Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams has become the new Minister of Small Business Development. The move follows the reshuffling of President Cyril Ramaphosa's cabinet. Ndabeni-Abrahams has a tough task ahead of her as the unrest that took place in several parts of the country led to job losses and economic damage. For reaction on this, I'm joined by the Black Business Council CEO, Kganki Matabane. Mr. Matabane, great to speak to you this afternoon. Take us through your expectations of the new minister.
Good afternoon, Hugo, and the viewers at home. Firstly, we would like to congratulate all the newly appointed ministers and the deputy ministers. They are taking over at a very, very, very difficult time where they were still feeling the COVID-19 implications. We just experienced riots and unrests where small businesses, for example, were looted. The economy is not growing. We've got the huge unemployment and inequality. So it's a serious task for them, and we're expecting a lot from them. We're expecting that they will take us from where we are and put the country in a much different and positive trajectory. And yeah, we wish them well, and we will work with them because we work with all the ministers. And our big issue is that state procurement should be utilized to transform the economy, but also to build small businesses owned by young people, businesses owned by people with disabilities and people and women. So it's important that especially the Minister of Finance prioritize the public procurement bill that we've been working on for some time. And unfortunately, the previous Minister of Finance, for some reason, he did not prioritize that bill. And we had even agreed at NetLeg during the discussions around the economic recovery plan that this public procurement bill should be prioritized so that we can utilize the state resources and the state procurement because it's a huge resource. We can utilize that to support big black business, to support small business, to support the entire ecosystem so that we can grow the economy.
Mr. Matabane, one of the biggest challenges in sustaining businesses or getting into business is funding, whether it's loans or grants. Is this something that you will speak to the minister about as far as affording greater access to those resources?
Yes, you'll recall that the PIC was utilized in the past to fund a lot of black business people. So that they can grow the economy and create jobs, and for some reason that has stopped. So we will definitely be engaging with the Minister of Finance because the PIC reports to the minister, so that the PIC can then prioritize funding of black businesses. For example, now with the advent of COVID, there are so many other businesses that are getting out of business. It's an opportunity for black businesses to buy those businesses. And then the biggest issue is funding. So it's important that the Minister of Finance, the new Minister of Finance, understand that. But we've engaged previously with the current Minister of Finance, Minister Kodongwan, around the issues of transformation in the economy, as he is the head of economic transformation in the ruling party, and he understands and he knows our issues. So. He's very accessible, and we hope that access will assist us in convincing him that prioritization should be given to black businesses and small businesses. As we all know that all over the world, if you want to grow the economy, you have to support small businesses.
Absolutely right. Now, you speak of that understanding. Now, how about the understanding with Ndabeni-Abrahams? When do you expect to have that initial conversation with the minister, and what will that conversation look like?
She's not a new minister to us necessarily because we have been working with her at telecoms on things like spectrum So she knows what we want to do. She knows our expectations, and then we will continue to work with her. We'll continue to work with her at small businesses. It's important that she should basically continue some of the things that the previous ministers were. The previous minister was busy with, especially the small business master plan, because it's important that as a country we should have a master plan that tells us this is what we are planning to do, because in our view we need to make sure that small businesses and black businesses don't remain small forever. We should have, as a country, we should have medium black businesses. We should have big business that are black. So it's important that should be, as a plan, that should be included in the master plan. And so we were familiar with her. She was even in our summit that we held recently. So we will be able to, after this week when they settled, and probably next week, then we'll request a meeting with her and other ministers.
Now, as you may be aware, this month we celebrate and honor women. Female-led businesses, is that something on your agenda?
Extremely so. The Black Business Council's objective is to make sure that women, youth, people living with disabilities, black people, play a meaningful role in the mainstream economy and stop playing in the periphery of the economy. So women are an integral part of what the Black Business Council represents, and the focus on women should not only be in August. It should be all over. Should happen the entire year. It should happen January, anytime. We should be thinking and being worried about the empowerment of women, and then giving women opportunities and giving women in positions of responsibilities, so that they can play a meaningful role, and we can also then transform the economy and grow it. Because women are the majority in South Africa, so the more women you empower, the more people in the country you're going to empower.
Mr. Matabane, before we let you go, take us through the impact of COVID and certainly the looting that took place in the last couple of weeks on black businesses.
Yeah, the impact has been huge. As you may know, most of the businesses that operate in those malls were owned by black people, and unfortunately, most of them don't even have insurance cover, because I think they thought operating in a mall is much safer. So we were engaging with the at Netleg. We've engaged with all the role players at Netleg. There's a fund that has been established for disaster relief, and it's been run by CIFA, and so businesses that are interested in they should go to the CIFA website and apply, and then we're working with CIFA to make sure that those applications are processed as quickly as possible, because it's important that those shops are reopened as quickly as possible, so that the people who are working there can go back to work and provide for their families.
Kganki Matabane, Chief Executive Officer at the Black Business Council, thank you kindly for your time this afternoon.